I'm a Celebrity 2021 location. Everything you need to know about Gwrych Castle. The beautiful Grade 1 listed fairytale castle, which is set on a hillside overlooking the Irish Sea and the Vale of Clwyd, rose to fame last year when it became the unlikely home for I'm a Celebrity 2020, which usually takes place in Australia, due to the pandemic. And earlier this year ITV bosses confirmed it would be used once again due to the continued uncertainty around COVID-19 and international travel and a highly successful run in 2020. But how old is Gwrych Castle, who owns it, and is it open to the public for visits? Here are some things you might not know as it prepares to open its doors to I'm a Celebrity campmates once again. Gwrych Castle is more than 200 years old. Gwrych Castle is a Grade 1 listed country house that was originally built by Lloyd Hesketh Bamford Hesketh between 1812 and 1822 as a memorial to his mother's ancestors the Lloyds of Gwrych. When Bamford Hesketh's granddaughter, the Countess of Dundonald, died in 1924, the castle was left to King George V, but the monarch refused the gift. Later, in 1948, it was bought by Leslie Saltz, who opened Gwrych to the public for 20 years. According to the official Gwrych Castle site, from 1968 onwards it operated as a medieval entertainment center with jousting, banquets, and markets taking place in the grounds, before eventually being closed to the public in 1985 when it started to fall into disrepair. More recently there had been plans to spend £6 million turning it into a luxury hotel before it was sold to its current owners, the Gwrych Castle Preservation Trust, in June 2018. ITV sped up repairs by 2 years. The Gwrych Castle Preservation Trust was formed in 1997, set up by Chairman Dr. Mark Baker when he was just 12 years old. Restoration has been ongoing at the castle ever since, but becoming the unlikely star of I'm a Celebrity has really helped speed the process up. Since the 2020 show, restoration at Gwrych Castle is 2 years ahead of schedule. Speaking to the BBC, Dr. Baker said, "We had everything in place, expert advice and specialist contractors, and we're just starting to get funds together to get the work done. But ITV paid for a major restoration work on things like wall tops and window lintels. We're now about 2 years ahead of where we planned to be." Gwrych Castle boss didn't think show would return. Despite its successful 2020 run, bosses at Gwrych Castle said it was a great surprise when ITV made its decision to return to Wales. Due to the last-minute nature of the announcement, Dr. Baker said they were actually planning for I'm a Celeb not to come back. "We were planning for I'm a Celebrity not to come back because there was nothing concrete, nothing decided," he told North Wales Live. "As responsible owners of a historic site, there's a huge amount of work to do, so we just kept plowing on with everything we wanted to do in terms of restoring the site." He added, "I think the situation overseas suddenly became quite difficult with Australia. A rapid decision had to be made, and we were always very welcoming for a return, but we didn't think it would happen. So when the news was delivered, it was a great surprise and it was all systems go. It was so late in the day. We were all kind of preparing for them not to return. And we were in the process of getting the behind-the-scenes guidebook done at that point with ITV. We were planning all the merchandise. The focus was not on the show returning, it was about how we could celebrate what had been at the castle in 2020. You can visit Gwrych Castle. But it's closed to guests at the moment while I'm a Celebrity 2021 takes place. The site reopened in spring this year with the public able to tour the famous red telephone box and outdoor areas including the privy and kiosk Cledwyn's Ye Old Shop. You can read more on this here. A statement about its closure and reopening plans earlier this year read, "Gwrych Castle will be temporarily closing at 5 p.m. on September 5, 2021. As we are hosting the second season of ITV's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and must close to the public. All tickets purchased after September 5 for 2021 will be refunded. All annual passes will be extended for the duration that we are closed. Our reopening date in 2022 will be released later this year, so keep an eye out on our social media channels." Among tickets available for next year are the popular ghost hunts, as Gwrych Castle is said to be haunted. You can read more about the haunted tales and ghosts of Gwrych Castle here.